Hi, Deeka. Welcome, and thanks very much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
Deeka, how wonderful to talk about hospitality and tourism in the Sunshine State of Queensland. What makes Queensland so unique for the hospitality and tourism industry?
I think first and foremost what makes Queensland so unique is obviously its warm weather and its great climate. So everyone loves the warm weather, whether you're by a beach or in the hinterland or even in the outback. Queensland just really lends itself to some great weather, but I think also Queensland has great people and a bit of a laid back kind of relaxing vibe. When people want to escape, they think of Queensland automatically. Yes?
Deeka, you've been running the Gateway to Industry with the University of Southern Queensland for the last 6 years,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the activities that you're engaged with?
Absolutely. So my role is the project manager for the Gateway to Industry Schools program, and this is a Queensland government funded activity that is driven through the University of Southern Queensland and Queensland College of Wine Tourism, because we really saw a gap between school students in high school gaining connections with industry still within that school space, so then there is zero drop off when they graduate from grade 12. That year 13, they call it, from finishing grade 12 to whether pursuing tertiary education or going into employment, there was a major unemployment spike. So we wanted to try and really combat that. So my initiatives are about connecting industry with students whilst they're still in school, getting them really energized and enthusiastic about the industry and the career prospects really available to them.
Why many people consider hospitality and tourism as a temporary job and not a long-term career opportunity?
I think a lot of people, when they think about pursuing a career or even having a job in the tourism and hospitality industry, they see it more of a casual or part-time filler in between their career options or between study, or if they're changing pace within work. Because I think of the seasonal period of tourism and hospitality, like it's really predominantly driven by tourists and travellers that come in peak and non-peak times. Our whole structure of tourism and hospitality is based on these seasonal periods, whether we have international travellers escaping their cold weather, or we have domestic travellers coming in those school holiday periods. So when it's seasonal, you feel like you will already have that casual part-time only opportunity. But I think today we're really going to discuss that there is just so much more to tourism and hospitality than it being a casual and part-time job. It really can be anything you want it to be. If you need it to be casual, it's there. If you need a part-time filler because your life is busy with kids and study, it's there. But if you want a really fulfilling, prosperous, high-paying career, you also have that opportunity.
What opportunities does the hospitality and tourism industry offers for candidates?
So the opportunities that the tourism and hospitality industry can really give to anyone seeking a career path in that industry are really vast. So I think some people, when they think of hospitality and tourism, they immediately think front of house customer service position, a flight attendant, or you're in back of house, more of a chef, concierge, or basically working in a hotel. And I think today I really wanted to show you that vast nature of the industry, where you could have a skill set in IT or a law degree or a sales and marketing background, and you are still have the opportunity to work within the tourism and hospitality industry, because hotels and the mere structure of the industry needs people from all different backgrounds, and that can still lead you in a really vast, immersive, amazing experience to travel and to be versatile and work up the chain within that industry to really have a great career, long-term career.
Do you agree that hospitality and tourism is a career of choice, and why?
I personally believe tourism and hospitality is a career of choice because I personally was born and bred in Queensland. So I was surrounded by tourism and hospitality. Specifically, I grew up on the Gold Coast because I was surrounded by tourism. I had tourist attractions, I had the beautiful beaches, we had the most amazing rainforests. So I felt like that was absolutely the pathway of choice for my career. But I feel that a career in tourism and hospitality can really give you that longevity and that pathway of career choice in a lot of different areas within the same industry, and really give you the opportunity to gain higher incomes and to gain further experience, but still being amongst the exciting industry that it really is.
What would you say to parents about the potential of the industry and what it has to offer for their kids on the long term?
I'd like to position to parents the opportunities in tourism and hospitality around really the flexibility for your son or daughter to be whoever they want to be. They gain genuine skill sets that will set them up for life. So right even to a very young age of a 14-year-old getting their first job at McDonald's is actually perceived as a whole from the industry as an incredible start into their career. Whether or not they do transition in their 30s to become a doctor or a lawyer, they probably would have still spent a big chunk of their time working part-time in hospitality and gaining really meaningful experience to help them communicate better, be self-driven, self-aware, be self-motivated in their career. And some I've even spoken to have gone into that path in their 30s to be the lawyer that they studied 6 or 7 years for, and then they've transitioned back to be then a lawyer in a big hotel corporation because they're like, I miss hospitality, I miss the buzz, I miss the engagement, I miss the fast-paced lifestyle of it.
The life skills that you build in that industry, you almost use it anywhere, while you actually don't get it anywhere except within the hospitality and tourism industry.
Yeah, absolutely. The basic skill sets that I think the hospitality and tourism industry really build on any new employee, is 100% that customer focused and that customer service skill aspect, because even if you are back of house or front of house, you are having an element of customer service. Even in housekeeping in a hotel, you'll be bumping in to holiday makers and visitors going to their room, and you need to say, good morning, how are you today? Hope you have a great day, enjoy your day, beautiful weather outside, and that real customer facing service role, which is monumental for really any industry. So you problem solve as well within those customer service skill sets. If you're in a hotel and a customer is unhappy with what is happening, you're learning some really monumental skill sets that will just catapult you through the rest of your career right into retirement age of 70. And you built that from when you were 14,
Yes.
which is really incredible.
Do we have, as an industry, adequate training and support to help people get into the industry or transition into the industry?
We absolutely have the support and training for anyone wanting to transition into the tourism and hospitality business. So that's from a student point of view, and that's also for people wanting to career change. There are so many training opportunities that are subsidised by government, both federally and statewide, so you can actually change your skill sets to be more tourism and hospitality focused. Or if you're a student wanting to enter the workplace, the school-based traineeship program that's available as you are in grade 11 and 12 to put your foot in the door of that industry are fantastic, and industry are opening up their arms to that opportunity for students to start doing 1 day a week with them during their school week, and then as soon as they graduate, they're offered full-time employment on the spot. And it's in a comfortable environment that they've already been a part of for 2 years. The parents are really happy with it, the school has been supportive, and there are those amazing structures in place, along with apprenticeship programs as well that actually have mentoring programs actually there outside of where you're working to really make sure sure you're getting nurtured and supported in the way you should. And if you feel that you aren't, whether or not you're in a small to medium-sized business that doesn't have those really large HR support mechanisms, there are external businesses that really help support apprentices to really ensure that we don't lose them in that first or second year level of the apprenticeship within hospitality.
What is the characteristics of a typical candidate that joins and grows and builds a long-term career in the hospitality industry?
The typical characteristics of employee candidates for the tourism and hospitality is probably me pigeonholing a certain style of person. But traditionally, I think somebody that is really happy, outgoing, ready and keen to work, obviously happy to talk to new people and learn about visitors and where they're from, very smiley, and obviously really happy to be at work, because you're usually dealing with people on holidays. Yes. They're at their happiest when they're having a break from work and on holidays. And even though you're at work, you need to really chat to the tourists and the visitors and go, how exciting, where do you come from today? How can I support you? Oh, let's problem solve that for you. So they need to be a bit of a forward thinker and always on the front foot. And you know what, if they can't problem solve it, just say, let me figure that out for you. I'm going to go talk to somebody. And so they have a really good team ethic, because work ethic, because they're talking to their team members to get valuable experience and knowledge from them too, but have that solutions-based attitude. And they're just quick on their feet to just keep thinking on their toes, because here's this visitor or tourist that has come to the sunny state of Queensland, and you know what, it's 5 days of thunderstorm and raining. So how are you going to be upbeat to that tourist to think of different things that they can see and do and make sure they have the best time? That would be your typical personality trait of somebody in tourism and hospitality, because it's customer focused and forward facing. But that's not to say if you're a little bit more introverted and a bit more shy and quiet that this industry isn't for you. It is absolutely for you. The industry can't be filled with extroverted big personalities. We would all clash. So we really need those humble and quiet personalities that they're just still being a team player, ready to work, but always happy and with a smile on their face. And I think that that's a really big, important part of the industry for all personality traits.
It seems like, despite all the challenges, a fantastic time for students, international migrants coming to Australia, career, professional, mature age professionals to get onto the hospitality and tourism industry. What's your view on this, and what advice would you give them?
Oh, my view, I just truly, right now, we have such a skills shortage already in tourism and hospitality post-COVID. And then on top of that, we're also leading into the Olympic Games. So my advice is get involved now, like get started in the industry now to really find your passion and find where you thrive best. And I feel like if you start really planting those seeds now, whoever you are, from an international migrant, from a student that has only just started grade 7 and starting to think about, well, where it's only 4 or 5 years until they graduate, it's just like start thinking about those opportunities in tourism and hospitality now, because by the time you graduate or by the time you finish your apprenticeship, or graduate university, there will be just a phenomenal array of job opportunities there, thanks to the Olympics and just thanks to growth in general. More people are travelling now internationally than ever before. Airports are open, we are open for business. So now is truly the time to get in the industry, whilst there's still so much flexibility between negotiations between an employee and an employer, because they need you. So make it happen now.
Thank you so much for your time
You're
today.
welcome.
We really appreciate it, and
Thank
we look
you.
forward to having you again
Oh, thank you.
to talk
Of
about
course.
a few other issues.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
You.